I'm here with Mitzi Reaugh, General Manager, NBC Digital Health Network. She was on a panel today looking at the total complete media mix for a lot of the pharma companies in attendance today. So I thought out by starting off asking Mitzi, tell us a little bit about, since the launch in May 2008 for NBC Digital Health Network. In that time, you've announced several distribution and syndication partnerships. What can you tell us about the audience you built, some of their online viewing habits and demographics that many of the pharmaceutical companies here today may not be aware of?
Well, I think, thank you very much for Jamal for having me here. I think one of the things that we found most important when looking at video is it's really about the context. Video is a great storytelling tool. It engages consumers, it gives them access to experts in a way that they can't get through just a text article or through reading through pictures. But at the same time, it's got to be in context. They're less likely to just search for a health video. If they're reading about a diabetes article, then they're going to engage in the diabetes video. And that integration is what we find to be most successful with the partners that we work with. And once someone gets engaged in a video, they'll typically watch several. And that's what we like to see, is that the content's relevant to them and really touching on what's important to them.
Now, as part of the panel discussion today, you talked about the efficiency and integration of your media mix. What are some of those integration points that you've been aware of and have developed across the NBC Digital Health Network?
Well, one of the areas that we're really excited about is the in-hospital TV networks with the patient channel and the newborn channel. Combined, they reach almost 50% of U.S. hospitals. And what's exciting about these channels is they're both 24-hour program TV channels in the hospital. So when a patient's in their room, they can literally sit there and watch it on the TV. And we found that these consumers are very engaged in making health decisions. They're obviously in the hospital as they're working through some health issues, and they're thinking about their health. And our nurses and other healthcare professionals recommend the channels. Typically, our consumers watch 5 to 6 hours during their hospital stay, and as a result, for our advertisers, we see a great lift in perception of the brands that we advertise and also intent to purchase, with 65 to 80% saying, depending on the product, that they would purchase it after seeing advertising. So, as we look at all of our different platforms and our content we have available, especially the video, we try to focus on the right context and the right environment, and we think the in-hospital environment especially is a great way to capture people as they're making health choices.
Well, thank you very much, and appreciate you participating today.
Thank you.
About, a month ago, and as we talked, we realized that the one core competency that the panel had was around video. And we were kind of uniquely positioned to speak about it. We were given the task of looking at media integration and efficiency, but I'm glad that we actually said, hey, as a group, one of the things that we really should emphasize is the role of video, because it's not just social media that's been a huge trend this year. It's obviously been, Google's acquisition of YouTube. And the question is for you, Mitzi, about why did NBC, I presume NBC is the parent company, invest in digital and then actually invest in an organization called Digital Health? And how are you relevant to the brand, since a lot of people probably are just getting used to working with you, right?
Sure. So one of the things that we found at NBC Universal and looking across our audience base is that health is really a topic that speaks to everyone. And it's something that we program not only on our national news for Today's Show and MSNBC and nightly news, but also on our local stations on a very local level. And with our acquisition of iVillage a few years ago, we had a very strong health property within iVillage, which we've now rebranded Your Total Health, that speaks to people suffering from conditions of all sorts and also captures that active community. And those two pieces together really led us to focus on health. And what we've done is we realized that we have 3 powerful platforms that we can use to educate consumers about health topics and also to provide unique advertiser solutions. So we obviously have the on-air piece through NBC and our cable assets. We have online with Your Total Health and our iVillage network. And then we also have our digital out-of-home platforms, which is the patient channel and the newborn channel, which are the 2 largest in-hospital TV networks that reach nearly 50% of U.S. hospitals. So we've used those 3 platforms to really help us engage in health, and it's something that you're going to see more momentum around from NBC.